Hi everyone, I'm Ishan Panda, second year student at IPM Indore. And today in the Supergrads YouTube channel, we'll be giving you a very unique but crucial perspective in the IPM course. That is, how does the corporate sector view IPM graduates? And for that, joining us today will be someone with decades of experience in the financial sector who will give us his deep insight and thoughts on IPM and the industry around it. So watch very carefully as this will not only be helpful for your IPM journey, but will be instrumental for your corporate journey as well. And stay till the end to see what advice an industry expert has for IPM aspirants. Put all your questions in the comment section and share this video with your friends and family. Let's get right into it. Good morning, everyone. Today we have with us Mr. Ashish Panda, one of the leading financial experts in the country with over 30 plus years of experience in banking. Right now, he's working in the Credit Monetary Group, which is part of the Risk Monetary Group in ICICI Bank. It's a pleasure to have you here, sir.
Thank you. It's my pleasure as well.
Getting straight into the questions that the students and their parents want to know, when did you first find out about the IPM course?
See, as a risk management group, we recruit a lot of risk analysts from the leading management institutes. So some of these people have joined. What we realized, they are from this IPM batch as our risk analyst. So from them, we came to know that this course exists. That was, of course, something like 5 6 years back.
Okay. So how do you feel that these kids that came to you as in the risk management, they're also MBA graduates, but they are MBA graduates who've been in the field of MBA for over 5 years through this entire integrated program management. What do you think is the basic difference you notice from in these graduates compared to the other MBA graduates that you have, which only have 2 years of experience in field of management?
See, the perception that we had is that this crop that is coming through this 5 year integrated program, they are not coming through the best of competition. That's a perception, of course. I'm not getting into whether it's right, wrong, because the CAT is supposed to be the most competitive exam, and these guys are not coming through the CAP. They have these IPM examinations. So that was the perception. So we thought they may not be the best in class, but what we realized over the years through working with them, they have a wide variety of this knowledges. Their horizon is quite large in terms of in the management field. They have been trained in various subjects in say psychology, sociology, which is part of understanding the country, the understanding what individual regions want. So this knowledge is not there in the normal MBA graduates because they typically come out of the grinding mill of engineering and management. So their way of looking at the things are quite different, and these guys bring more perspectives in terms of the knowledge of India, knowledge of the different human psychology, human behavior patterns. So that is the difference. What I find.
Excellent point made, sir. So another question in continuation to what you just said. How has your experience overall been working with these IPM graduates in the corporate sector?
See, as I told you, so since they are quite hardworking, mind it, because it is not an easy exam. Later on, I realized. So because they have been competing with the best in class of all commerce graduates and some of the science people who have been trying to sift. It's not an easy exam. So what I realized is that they are bringing these perspectives that with a wide knowledge base, and in a sense that I'm quite happy with them that their way of attacking any issue is not a straight jacketed approach. They bring a different angle to it, not the very objective class like an engineering graduates bring in. And because as you know, they are very numerically very strong and they bring a lot of objectivity into any problem solving approach. These guys bring some form of art, because they are trained in some of these subjects which is away from this only numerics. They think form of art, so their way of handling an issue is slightly different, and I we need people who think differently. So this is the difference what I find. I'm not undermining the engineering graduates, but what these guys bring in a different way of approach in solving problem solving.
That's really great to hear from one of the leading industry experts of our times. So, as you know, the IPM course aims at creating a very unique sense of a graduate whose main focus is management. That's why I create 5 years of management courses. As such, we have numerous rounds of course iterations every 3 years to bring in new perspectives, new changes, and to stay with the times. So, as a expert who's seen people from the IPM and from the other graduate fields compete in the corporate sector, what do you think the IPM course can, in its current phase, do differently or add to make it even more better in a sense for the corporate world?
Uh, See, I'll suggest something may not be very based on the this approaches based on the people that I have interacted, may not be representative altogether, but still I wanted to bring it a point that uh, the way these people are trained, they have wide variety knowledge, but they are spending little less time with the industry, because some of these engineering graduates or some of these MBA which are participants who are coming through this CAT and all, they have also some industry experience. So they are bringing the practical approaches at times, and they have the team ability to interact with the people around. Their ability to work in a team is slightly better because they have industry experience. So I believe what IPM should inculcate is that more of industry sessions in terms of maybe I'm sure they must be doing this kind of internship, third year or fourth year kind of internship. But can we bring in some of more of industry interaction, or can we build in more of industry experts who will come and interact with them, and they also work for 7 10 days, some problem where the industries are really facing in a practical setup. So can they interact with the relevant people in that industry and try to give solutions, some kind of industry interaction, industry perspective. So I believe to that extent, because they are straight out of school and coming to MBA directly to corporate world, unlike the engineering or MBA graduates who are coming with some experience. To that extent, they do definitely have some negative points, but yes, that can be built in by you have some training and some courses that curriculum can be more inbuilt, modified to some to give some industry perspective.
That is definitely an excellent suggestion, which I also personally feel very strongly towards and would very much appreciate if this is included in our current curriculum. So, coming to the changes you've suggested, I'm sure in the next 10 years, you're going to see more changes, more different way the IPM program adapts. So, according to you, where do you see the IPM program 10 years from now?
See, 10 years is a long way to go. But the way it has shaped up in the last 10 years, IPM, obviously it is beyond our expectations. Now, industry doesn't differentiate between IPM graduate and a normal MBA graduate. Initially, there could be some skepticism around it, but the expectations has been met. I believe first 10 years, the way it is coming out, the way it has come out, the next 10 years would be definitely much better, and industry would recognize that this crop of students that is coming out is they have a wholesome perspective. So I believe 10 years is a long way to go, and it's very bright for the IPM graduates, and many such institutes will introduce that, because this is the way to go. If you are getting into management, why unnecessarily spend some time with some engineering, studying some courses which is may not be maybe relevant to the extent of 10% 15%, but not more than that. So why don't you spend a good amount of time in your field where you are supposed to work? Which IPM is bringing that?
Another excellent point, sir. So, as you just said, that you will see more and more institutes coming up with this IPM courses. So, do you see? Why do you feel the other top IMs have yet to bring out their own IPM programs? And if they bring out, what would be the biggest change you would see that would come out of this?
It's very difficult question. Only they can answer why they have not introduced. Possibly their brand is so strong, and they are way focusing on the present crop, present way of pedagogy of the management graduates. I'll not be able to answer that why they have not introduced, but whether they will introduce, my sense is that the way it is coming out, the more such institutes are coming in and to catch these people who actually wants to build their career in management. It's a matter of time that they will also introduce, because they will try to get the best of students in the process. And also as a matter of it's a supply demand, right? So the way it is, so demand is coming out in this industry, top 10, if they introduce, obviously the courses will get IPM, will get more recognitions, and there will be more competition, more students will come in, more talents will come in. So I believe it's a matter of time they will introduce, and it would come out, it would be very good for the IPM courses, IPM as a program.
And as you just said, we have some IMs and other institutes which have come up with their own IPM courses in the recent years, such as Rohtak, IIM Ranchi, Jammu, Bodh Gaya. So, in the as you just said, you would see developments coming with more and more IMs introducing the program. Do you see IPM becoming the next JEE or the next NEET or the next CUET? Do you see IPM as the IP MAT, as the exam, getting as massive as them in the years to come?
See, for that, I'll tell you, the best of students will still wait, because the top four IMs or top five IMs have not still introduced. So once they introduce, IPM would be another CAT or another NEET or another JEE main. So because that will open up the doors for the best of institutes. No, why not? Then the best talents will compete there to come into this best of institutes. So uh, I believe it will reach where you are asking or requesting or you are forcing that, but the all this top four MBA institute has to introduce.
So thank you so much for your time today. Would you have some final remark for the students who are watching this video and are aiming to get into the IPM courses? Is there any word of advice that you could give them while coming into the corporate industry?
So I believe the IPM graduates are getting today also they're getting best of opportunities, and the way industry is shaping them up, or that call this thing, the management programs are shaping them up. They are very much ready for the corporate, and and they are, as per my experience, they are quite effective. They are quite doing well. Uh, because they have this wide range of knowledges, and I believe they will continue to do well in this thing. And what I believe is that it's one of the courses that opens up the entire management vista for the new joinees. So it is, but it's very difficult to get in. That much I should say. So they have to prepare quite hard, like what the CAT examination is expected to bring out the best of screening process. IPM is also doing that. I believe you guys have to, the aspirants have to work hard to get into this process, because it's already recognized in the industry. And now work hard, you will get the best options available with you, and the entire industry options will be opening up for you. That's my suggestions. Please take up this IPM course very seriously, because it opens up the doors for you for the best of corporate careers.
Thank you so much, sir. It's a pleasure to have you here.
Thank you very much.